The movie opens in 1989 with a television broadcast, a live stream by Sheriff Ryan, who is famous for his hobby of vlogging during every raid. This program causes many mixed opinions. Many people believe that the show uses violence, but Ryan argues that violence terrifies criminals and is proven to reduce the crime rate. Furthermore, the viewership ratings are very high. One day, when Ryan is live streaming the arrest of a ruthless criminal, the situation becomes chaotic. Upon breaking down the door, Ryan discovers the criminal's son watching his father's live broadcast. From the way he dresses, it is clear the boy idolizes Ryan. Feeling sympathetic, Ryan asks the cameraman to turn off the camera and tries to soothe the boy so he doesn't have to witness his father being killed. Unfortunately, he suddenly appears and shoots Ryan in the chest. As his body is dying, a mysterious woman steps forward and becomes the last face he sees before passing away. The story then jumps to the year 2067. A billionaire named Fisher appears on a podcast to promote his brutal show called Gladiator, a gladiator combat show that uses a time machine. He explains that his company Chronocom actually possesses time travel technology, but they never change the past. They only collect deceased warriors from various eras for entertainment. After the podcast ends, Fisher, acting as a promoter, starts his show. Gladiators from the past are gathered, including Sheriff Ryan. They wake up in the arena and are immediately ordered to slaughter each other. A fierce battle breaks out until all the warriors fall, leaving only Ryan, who is also dying until he dies once again. Later, behind the control room, Fisher is seen greeting a gladiator from the Roman era, who will act as a commentator to add more drama to the show. Not long after, Ryan wakes up in an isolation room. Miraculously, all the wounds from the recent battle have completely disappeared. While he is still confused, the screen in front of him shows the image of a woman named Isabel. She is the mysterious figure he saw before he died in 1989. Isabel explains that she brought Ryan to the future to participate in Chronocom's program, which promises a new life for anyone willing to follow their rules. A moment later, the isolation room door opens, and Ryan sees that the warriors who had previously killed each other have now come back to life and are gathered in a lobby room. In that room, Ryan gets acquainted with an American man who takes the initiative to make friends. However, their conversation is interrupted when the large screen shows Varys explaining the rules for Season 10 of Gladiator. Ryan becomes even more confused, wondering what this place actually is. He also wonders why his guide, Isabel, didn't explain anything to him. Call then explains that all the warriors come from different eras, equipped with original weapons from their time. There is only one rule: fight to the death. Hearing this, the thought of escaping immediately flashes through Ryan's mind, but he immediately gives up that idea when he sees a woman trying to run away and her head explodes. From the control room, Fisher appears and explains that every participant is implanted with a destruction chip in their head to ensure no one breaks the rules. After ensuring all participants are terrified, Fisher orders the staff to draw lots for the first match, and Ryan is selected to enter the arena to face Arthur. After that, Ryan enters the preparation room and meets Duke, his equipment manager and advisor, who will prepare all the armor for Ryan. However, with limited time, Ryan only chooses a small knife and a pistol. Meanwhile, Isabel and Gerard watch the match and place bets. The battle begins, and Ryan realizes that Arthur is an armored Roman gladiator, and Arthur's armor is almost immune to bullets. Ryan is cornered at one point, but thanks to his resilience he finds an opening and stabs Arthur down. Seeing this, Fisher appears very satisfied. After the match, a commercial for Chronocom's drug is broadcast, showing patients with lifeless faces completely dependent on the drug. At the same time, the commercial also promotes Fisher's time machine, claiming that it never changes the past, only taking away warriors who were already destined to disappear. However, a few moments later, Isabel contacts Ryan in the isolation room and reveals her true purpose. She works at Chronocom to destroy Fisher because the world in 2067 has been ruined by addiction to the drug he created. Ryan is confused, not understanding what he has to do with all of this. But Isabel says that Ryan fought for a better future in the past, and the only way to seize Fisher's time machine is to win Season 10, so Ryan is asked to keep fighting. After returning to the lobby, Call congratulates him and at the same time corrects the way Ryan holds his weapon. Ryan is very surprised because Call appears very knowledgeable. Here an Asian woman named Sakura also comes to greet Ryan, until Varys reappears to draw lots for the next match. Sakura is chosen to face a large man with the body of a giant, but the agility of a samurai helps Sakura easily defeat him. That battle is witnessed by users of Fisher's drug, who look dull and lifeless. Ryan then expresses his respect to Sakura. but Call reminds him that they might meet as opponents, so he shouldn't get too close. The third draw begins and Call faces a hunter from the Ice Age. The battle is swift. Call turns out to be a cowboy sheriff who shoots the hunter with just one bullet straight through the eye. At this point, Ryan realizes that Call is no pushover and not just someone who pretends to be knowledgeable. The next match is a confrontation between a Viking with a body like steel and an agile Arabian assassin. Their battle is very dramatic. In the end, the Arabian assassin falls due to the extraordinary physical strength of the Viking. Afterward, Kell reports that the show's viewership ratings are skyrocketing. The use of Chronicom's drug even reaches 87%. That popularity clearly stems from Ryan, who has become the main star of this season. Knowing this, Fisher immediately changes the drawing rules so that Ryan fights twice a day to attract more viewers. The next match pits Ryan against the Roman Gladiator. In the preparation room, Duke provides moral support to Ryan while telling him about his past as a police officer. He tries to strengthen Ryan's spirit as he begins to waver. Meanwhile, from the control room, Fisher prepares to watch with extreme eagerness. When the match begins, the Roman Gladiator, carrying a signature Roman shield and sword, immediately presses Ryan fiercely. Ryan's gunshots completely fail to penetrate his shield. Even the sword attacks from the Roman Gladiator almost finish him off, but Ryan remains quick-witted, taking out a spray can and spraying it directly into the Roman Gladiator's face. As soon as the opponent loses focus, Ryan lands a finishing blow, bringing the Roman Gladiator down. That victory makes Fisher even more delighted and he immediately orders Kell to arrange a private meeting. But upon returning to his room, Ryan receives a new request from Isabel. She begs Ryan to kill Fisher to prevent a future ruined by Chronicom's drug, which is gradually stripping away human consciousness. Initially, Ryan refuses, but after realizing his actions could save humanity, he finally agrees and Isabel leaves a small knife under his pillow. In short, the meeting with Fisher takes place in the arena, but the direction of the conversation is not what Ryan expects. Fisher confesses that since childhood he has idolized Ryan through the 1987 television broadcasts, and from that the idea for Gladiator was born. He even boasts that thanks to that program, the world's crime rate is now only 3%. Without hesitation, Fisher proposes a collaboration. He wants to make Ryan the main representative face for marketing the Chronocom drug. When Ryan asks about the reward, Fisher mentions the death of his son and offers the chance to bring the boy from the past to the present. That offer shocks Ryan. As he approaches intending to stab Fisher, his hand stops. He cannot pass up the chance to see his son again. He throws away the knife right on the spot. Upon returning to his room, Isabel immediately demands an explanation. Ryan admits he couldn't carry out the mission because Fisher's promise regarding his son is too weighty for him to give up. He chooses to continue fighting and win access to the time machine. After talking to Ryan, Isabel is unexpectedly approached by Fisher and questioned about her origins from a lower-class family. Although she denies it and claims it's a data error, Fisher still orders her to take a 1-month leave. Time passes and the matches continue to be held. Ryan wins many bouts as does Call, increasingly asserting dominance. Until one day before a match begins, Duke offers a piece of advice that acts like a slap to wake Ryan up. He says that Ryan is chasing personal gain too much and forgetting his main mission as a police officer, which is to protect the weak. Duke emphasizes that he himself has no chance to stop Fisher, whereas Ryan has a great opportunity to improve the future. Those words make Ryan ponder and realize the light of truth. In the next match, Ryan faces a female World War II police officer named Sandy. Ryan dominates at one point and almost finishes her off. But Sandy asks for one last favor, which is to kiss her child's necklace, and Ryan agrees. After that, Sandy declares she is ready to die. But Ryan throws his weapon away. He speaks loudly in front of the lens, introducing himself as a father and a human being who does not want to kill his fellow humans. Sandy also speaks up strongly that she is a mother and a warrior. What they are doing is not entertainment, as Fisher claims, asserting at the same time that it is all just a giant lie. Hearing this, Fisher panics and cuts the broadcast, replacing it with commercials. Kell suggests detonating their heads, but Fisher refuses because Ryan is the star of the show. Guards are then dispatched to directly murder them both. The cameras are subsequently turned back on for the viewership ratings. 2 guards shoot Sandy dead and strike Ryan in the head until he falls unconscious. Without any feeling of guilt, Fisher orders the killing scene to be broadcast repeatedly. In the lobby, only 4 warriors now remain. Amidst the tense atmosphere, Call speaks seriously with Ryan. He makes one request. If they meet in the arena, one of them must strike very quickly so the other doesn't have to suffer. However, Ryan remains firmly convinced that there must be another way to escape this place without having to kill each other. Before they can form a plan, Varys announces the semifinal match between the Viking and Khal. The battle proceeds fiercely. Khal faces difficulty in shooting due to the Viking's sturdy shield. He is even backed into a corner because of the strength of his axe. When out of ammo, Khal tries to buy time with a lasso until he reclaims his pistol. With an accurate shot to the head, the Viking falls and Khal wins. After Khal's victory, Fisher immediately asks Kel about the popularity poll, and the results are still led by Ryan and Khal. To maintain viewership ratings, Fisher manipulates the next match by ordering Duke not to provide any weapons to Ryan. The final match pits Ryan against Sakura. Seeing Ryan enter the arena without a weapon, Sakura is confused, then takes off her samurai armor and lays down her sword to fight honorably. The hand-to-hand combat is fierce, but unfortunately, Ryan appears exhausted. He is forced to take Sakura's sword and the fight turns into a sword duel. Ryan is again backed into a corner, just waiting to be executed. It is in that critical moment that he sees the small knife he had previously thrown away when failing to kill Fisher. With a reckless move, Ryan stabs Sakura's sword into his own chest so he can get closer and intends to stab Sakura, but he restrains himself. Seeing this, Sakura is disappointed that Ryan does not complete the match. She prepares to perform the seppuku suicide ritual. Feeling unable to bear it, Ryan finally decapitates Sakura so she can die honorably. Fisher flies into a rage because he fails once again to eliminate Ryan. After the battle, Ryan is left alone to recover in his room. When he wakes up, he finds Isabel by his side. Isabel tells him that her younger brother was a victim of the drug created by Fisher, so she is determined to destroy Chronocom. Ryan then asks if Fisher was truly inspired by his live broadcast program in the past. Isabel confirms it, and Ryan begins planning to go back to the past to stop everything. Isabel warns that this could cause a time paradox, but Ryan insists that this change is necessary so that this disaster never happens. The plan goes ahead and Ryan meets Khal to invite him to join. Meanwhile, Isabel and Gerard break into the time machine room and begin manipulating the system. At that time, Varys announces that the final match will take place between Ryan and Khal. However, before the match begins, all power in the building is cut, creating an opportunity for Ryan and Khal to escape to the time machine control room. When the power returns, the staff are surprised because both fighters have disappeared. However, Fisher remains calm because he has prepared emergency plans. As Ryan and Gerard are preparing the time machine, Khal unexpectedly shoots Gerard. It turns out Khal has a personal ambition to win so he can bring his wife and children back. That naturally makes Ryan extremely angry and disappointed. Not long after, Fisher appears with Isabel and the staff, including Varys, and live streams the entire unfolding event. He announces that the final match will be conducted right then, with the reward being the right to resurrect a loved one from the past. However, before the match starts, the dying Gerard suddenly jumps up and activates the time machine. Khal immediately finishes him off, then turns around with the intent to kill Ryan and Isabel. In the most critical moment, Varys unexpectedly and brutally kills Khal, due to the disappointment that Fisher did not keep his promise to bring her brother back. The chaos creates an opportunity for Ryan to bring Isabel into the time machine. Ryan realizes that his decision will erase the chance to see his son again, but he chooses a peaceful future over personal ambition. Seeing them about to escape, Fisher orders Kel to detonate the chip in Ryan's head, but Kel and the audience are won over by the love and struggle of Ryan and Isabel. In a panic, Fisher shoots Isabel and Ryan pulls her into the time machine. He appears right at the initial moment when Isabel came to get him in the past. There, Ryan dodges Reggie's bullet and leads Isabel to escape. The tragic loop is closed, and the movie ends.